Alright, welcome back guys. It's Arcade Antics here again with part 2 of how to play Makoto. Last video I covered some of her movement options and how to get to the best spacing to play footsies. In this one I want to cover a little bit more of footsies, but also cover pretty much her game plan, how to get in, and then maybe a little bit of what to do once you get in. So as I talked about before, because her walk speed is not very good, it is very difficult to make other people's normals whiff if they're playing at footsie range. So I do recommend like people go into training mode and practice with punishing with her. She does have some decent options. Crouching medium punch I like to use is really good. Stand medium kick is also good for whiff punishing, like standing moves that might be a little bit more difficult to react to than using crouching medium punch. So like, say for example, we'll use Ryu for example. Ryu in the traditional sense is low forward fireball, right? So if I'm standing at the right range, and that's the range I talked about earlier, you can react to anti-air, like if they jump at you, you can also kind of preemptively strike with forward hard punch. That would be this range, right? Let's see here. Right about okay, so the reason I use that as an example, I mean it is difficult to whiff punish with her, just because her normals are not that fast and she doesn't have a ton of range. But usually most people, they buffer into it a medium punch hayate or rush punch, and that's good to get you in. Once that happens it allows you to gain a little bit more information about your opponent. Like I mentioned, usually I'd spend the first round just getting information about my opponent. What do they like to do in certain situations? So if they're willing to play footsies with me, I'll play footsies with them. If they want to jump in like a madman, I will anti-air them and mix them up like crazy. If they want to run away, then you know that's your free to pretty much dash and chase them to some extent. So like I mentioned, crouching medium punch into medium punch hayate is good because of the spacing afterwards. And a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, I'll see a lot of Makoto players, they don't know anything about their opponent, what they like to do in certain situations. They'll do crouching medium punch and then press a button or light kick into light punch hayate. I don't constantly recommend that unless your opponent really doesn't have that great of reversal or wake up options. And even still, that's a commitment. Like her light punch hayate, I think it's like -7 or -8 on block. So that's a strong commitment to make without having any solid bases or solid reads on. But I do like it just because of the simple fact, let's get him out of that corner here. You know, if I happen to land this from footsie range and I wait, I can react to whatever my opponent does. So let's say, for example, if they do a neutral jump. Let's go here. Do one jump. Just jump. There we go. Sorry, guys. So if I land this, then that's another opponent punish, and that's a reaction. Like that gives me a read on what the opponent likes to do. So then I can say next time I land a crouching medium punch into medium punch hayate, okay, he liked to jump, so I'm gonna wait to punish his jump if he does it again. And some people will say, well, you give us so much pressure if you wait. What if they backdash? Well, let's go to training options. Let's take off jump, and we'll do record. It's up here. Let's start here. Record. We'll just have him backdash. So, like I said, if you play a reactive game, That's reactable. Like if they do a backdash, like I think Ryu's backdash is like 22 frames or something like that. Makoto's forward dash is 16 frames. It's incredibly fast, and I think you can either land like a light kick command grab, which I think is 7 frames, 22 plus 7, 23. So frame data wise, it's not exactly accurate, but it's not something that's really reactable. If they are able to react to it, you have other options. So let's see if he does it again. Then you can actually get a combo, because you can do stand jab into whatever, because stand jab is only 4 frames. So that's 20 frames. Oh, Ryu. And that's a legit punish for a 22 frame backdash. Anything more than 20 frames, that's a legit punish. So you have that. Let's see what else here. They like to jump back. Let's see here. Let's go to record. That's a little bit, it's the safest option for them, which is actually, it's not a bad option. And typically, if they jump back, I'm not even going to show it because it's not really important. If they jump back, it's not a bad thing, because then her whole game plan is to get them to the corner. And so if I hit you with a medium punch Hayate combo and then you jump back, you're pushing yourself towards the corner, and now I'm making you play my game. Some characters even like to do, they like to jump forward. If they jump forward, stand jab. Stand jab is the best anti-air, because I'll show you why. Let's go here. Record. Okay, so let's go into playback. Wait for him to jump forward. And even though it trades in that circumstance, like now I have a free mix-up. That's why I really like just waiting and seeing how your opponent reacts. Because 9 times out of 10, they're not going to react to that. Like at that spacing, and they do a jump, they're not going to be able to react to your command grab. But like I said, you do have to practice the timing. Boom, command grab. Or if they like to jump over and then jump again, oop. Jump, pop. So you pretty much get the picture. It allows you to cover your options. So I'm going to stop here. I still got more pressure and ideas from footsie range, but I'll cover that in the next part. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks.